Hello. Well, have we got a market update for you? We're going to look back over the last year and see where we're sitting at today at the end of January. I want to review some of the stuff that we're reading in the news and generally how are Canadians feeling and not just about real estate. So stick with me. I've put a presentation together for you. My name's Heather Clifford, eXp Realty, here in the beautiful Comox Valley and Campbell River area for a market update, the end of January. Well, let's get started. This is my little presentation. I like to always let everyone know that I'm extremely involved in power of attorneys and executors for wills here in the Comox Valley, Campbell River area. We are an aging community here, and while we have a lot of younger people coming in and helping our real estate market along, we have other people that are moving on in different parts of their life, and we have family estates to deal with here. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. You don't have to be wanting to list or sell anything at this point, but you just want to talk about what's the process. Go ahead and give me a call. The first thing I wanted to talk about is everything that we're reading in the news. And to be honest with you, if I was not a real estate agent, I probably would not turn on the radio or the television to listen to what is going on. Because generally, as a Canadian, we're feeling very nervous right now because we don't know if it's good, if it's bad, or really how we should be reacting to the information that is being shared over the air. And it starts with our own political government. Canadians are feeling angry and pessimistic over our existing government in Ottawa. 64% of Canadians polled feel that we are moving as a Canadian government in the wrong direction. And as a statistic, it is the worst score on record. Canadians are also feeling a little bit better about the state of real estate, and the perception is people feel the value of real estate is only going to continue to go up. I, on the other hand, am questioning, is it really? I mean, I don't know if everyone's going to run back as expats to Canada because they want to get out of wherever they're at, or if everyone is going to be on a standstill because the Canadian economy might be going into a recession within, let's say, 4 to 6 months. We don't know. We were almost in that predicament about 4 months ago. So, we don't know where we're headed as Canadians. This is what I have to say. I honestly think, and this is how I am handling my own life, I want to make sure that I have got money in the bank, if that's possible. I also want to make sure that I'm really happy with my home and where I live, because I might be staying here and not taking a vacation for maybe a couple of years. So that is how I'm handling what I'm hearing on the news, as well as helping as many people out as I can who might be feeling the same way that I am. So out of the logic, they wrote just yesterday that 39% of you are feeling optimistic about the Canadian future. And uncertainty about Trump and the lack of strong Canadian leadership is actually dragging our country down. And this is a new survey out of Logic's readers. Also out of Bloomberg, they said that today, January the 31st, 2025, the White House officially announced a 25% tariff hike for Canadian, Mexican, and China on going to be implemented, and not March 1st, tomorrow, February the 1st. So there's so much uncertainty out there. We're just going to have to keep living our lives and moving forward. So here's our media release from the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board. Active listings of single-family homes were 829 in December. So that was up over the same period last year. The condo market was also up as far as the number of listings on the market over the same time the previous year. However, townhomes, there were less townhomes on the market compared to 2023. Now, Yoakum, who is the CEO for the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, went on to say that realtors are feeling optimistic about 2025, with many clients stating they plan to buy or sell in the next year. And quite honestly, January has probably been one of the busiest months I've experienced in the last couple of years. Now, last June and July, I was crazy busy, but this past January has proved to be a very strong month for myself in real estate in both the Comox Valley and the Campbell River area. And I'll share some of those statistics with you at the end of this presentation. Once again, this is the area that you're looking at on the map that the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board actually covers. And it does include the North Island, such as Gold River, Campbell River Zone 1, Comox Valley Zone 2, Parksville is actually Zone 5, Port Alberni Zone 6, the Cowichan Valley is Zone 3, and Nanaimo is Zone 4. And I'm just going to show you where those markets stand at the end of 2024. So overall, in December, our numbers were down by a couple of $1,000 over November, which was up about $1,000 over the previous month of October. So you see, we went up slightly, and then December, because December is a relatively slower month, it was down. Here's our quick little summary. So generally, I use benchmark pricing for houses, especially when I'm doing market evaluations. However, some people like to look at the average sale price and the median price for homes. So if we look at the Campbell River area for December 2024, it was actually up, I'm going to say about $36,000, maybe a little bit more over December 2023. And the median price was sitting at about $740,000. So that's significantly lower than the average price. If you look at the Comox Valley area, right now, the average sale price is about $908,134, which is up considerably over December of 2023, where it was sitting at $824,463. And the median price at about $880,000. Interesting that the median price in the Comox Valley is actually, it's higher than the average price, whereas in Campbell River, the average price is higher than the median price. So if that's not enough to make you a little bit confused, you can stop the video and have a closer look at these numbers. Or you can just reach out and ask me to send them to you so you can go over them the way that you like to look at statistics. In Campbell River in December, we had 23 sales, which is down by about 3 sales over December of 2023, and it's up slightly over the month of November 2024. When we look at the Comox Valley, it is down quite a bit over last month of November 2024, and it is up quite a bit from December 2023. So the numbers are kind of all over the place, pretty much like our politics are today. I like to look at these numbers. These are the numbers that I watch really closely every month. And I like to share these numbers when I'm sitting down doing a market evaluation with my clients to talk about month over month. But then let's go back 3 months. Let's look at a year ago. We can even go 3 years and 5 years to look at where our real estate market is today from where we came from. So in the Campbell River area, we are down slightly over last month. We're now sitting at 693,400, whereas we were at 713,700 as a benchmark price last month. But if we go back a complete year from now, we are up about $40,000 over the same period last year. Last year being 2023, of course, because these are 2024 numbers. If we look at the Comox Valley, we are down slightly over the month of November when these statistics came out. In November, we were 842,600, and then we dropped in December to 834,500. So same month over month as Campbell River. If we go back a complete year, we are up in the Comox Valley about $26,000 over the same period last year. And then with Campbell River, we were at 659,700 and we're now at 693. So up again. So year over year, we are up again. However, look at this in Campbell River. If you go back 3 years ago, the numbers were higher in 3 years ago at 661,500 than they were the 2 years after at 659,700. So the numbers are really interesting. I'm just kind of grabbing what I believe the difference is, and I'm off by, maybe $5,000, but it's not enough to break the bank or not buy or not sell, things of that nature. It's just good to watch where we've come from and where we're sitting today, because it's today that actually matters. Here's our looking at the communities that the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board covers as a benchmark price where we're sitting. And Port Alberni right now is still and has been for a long time the most economical market for purchasing real estate in. If you're going to live there, you've got different amenities. However, it's followed by Campbell River, and then we have the Cowichan Valley, followed by Nanaimo, and then the Comox Valley. So the Comox Valley is doing very well at sustaining prices, and Parksville Qualicum, of course, that's the retirement community on Vancouver Island, and they're sitting at a benchmark price of 886,300. In the apartment world, we are up slightly over last month in Campbell River, and 12 months ago, we're up again. So that condo market has edged its way up a little bit over this time last year. The Comox Valley also up about $10,000, same time last month. And if you go back a year ago, it pretty much is the same, about $10,000 up. So that market did not really change that much, whereas in Campbell River, it was about $12,000 up over the same time last year. If we look at the townhouse market in the Campbell River area, we are up slightly, about $9,000, sitting now at $551,600 for a benchmark price. If you go back a year ago, it was about 20 grand less, $532,000. Comox Valley, we're sitting at $565,500, which is up over last month. And if we go back a year, it is also up almost $15,000 over the same time last year. Here's a quick shot of what the housing price index actually determines, and it's the benchmark price as it's given based on the criteria that is commonly found in other properties in the same area. So this could be considered a typical sale price, and by no means does it take the lower and or the higher end of properties into account. Or does it take in waterfront properties or acreage, just so we know that. So where are our buyers coming from? Where are our sellers coming from? In my case, once again, I'm dealing with a lot of probate sales and actually a couple of power of attorneys right now. I have people in other provinces that are keeping in touch with me in regards to coming out to look at real estate. And then my number of homes that are selling, they're for various reasons, whether it is a family breakup, if it's moving down the socio ladder because the kids are now out, or if they're moving out of province, which is happening in my real estate world right now that I'm looking at. We do have a number of people coming into the Comox Valley and Campbell River area, and I can see that in the number of accepted offers that I have on my properties right now. Let's have a quick flash at the real estate market week over week. So let's look at December 2024. Yes, December is a much slower month for real estate, but look at those listings coming live in January. And that is just a 7-day snapshot. So you can see that there's a number of properties coming on the market, which can be really exciting if you're a buyer, because now you have so much more to choose from. However, if you are a seller, you really need to be very sharp with your pricing, because now you have a lot more competition than you've had probably in the last year. If you look at pending, relatively the same or a little bit more pending in December, and then sold, we've got relatively the same number right now. Price decreases. Price decreases in January. These are the houses that are still sitting and have not sold. So it's time for these sellers to sharpen their pencils, or they're probably going to be sitting for a few more months. Here's a quick look at some of my beautiful listings that I have. This is a new listing in Campbell River on Timberline Drive. This house is immaculate. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous mountain and ocean views. It does have a turnkey suite downstairs, a 1-bedroom, as well as a beautiful big backyard. And this is such an amazing neighborhood. This house is offered right now at $1,194,000. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom with 2 kitchens at 2,621 square feet. And this is a beautiful property to show. Here is my listing on James. Oh my gosh, this is such a lovely riverfront property. So it's 2.09 acres, and you can walk down behind the house down to the Oyster River, and it's just magical. It's beautiful. This is a very quiet neighborhood where this home is. It's about 2,700 square feet. It also has an in-law suite. It's all on one level. So you have 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it's just a lovely property to look at. I have just listed this property on Yake Road in Fanny Bay, and these views are stunning. Beautiful ocean views. It's just shy of $1 million. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,620 square feet on 0.46 of an acre with a separate double garage, and a really, really nice property. It's a nice quiet area as well in Fanny Bay. Just listed this little manufactured home in Arden Park on Edgett Road. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, built in 1991. A lot of updates on this property, so it's easy to show, listed at $178,000. I still have my 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom on the Island Highway with nice little ocean views. It's listed at $419,000, and it's about 954 square feet. This is a lovely little area just outside of downtown Campbell River, and it's got the beautiful stroll, lots of little restaurants and coffee shops nearby. Nice property, vacant, move-in ready. My listing on McFedrin is also vacant, and this is a really nice townhome complex. I've now listed this property at $624,000, 1,257 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, all on one level with a beautiful little backyard. Right now it's looking out on a horse field. I have the lot at 625 Arrowsmith Ridge up in Mount Washington. I don't know if you can see my for sale sign today because we're getting some amazing snow on the mountain. It is listed for $359,000, and the seller can also help you build something on that lot if you're thinking this is something you want to do. Of course, we'll have to wait till the snow melts, but by all means, give me a call and let's talk about what's possible on this wonderful lot. My new listing on Greaves. Wow, this was a gorgeous home on the high bank of the Puntledge River, and we have an accepted offer on it. We expect subject removal in the next couple of days. Beautiful, very unique property. My property on Longview in Bowser has an accepted offer on it, and we're hoping within the next 2 weeks to have subjects removed. This also was a lovely, lovely home with a rancher-style living and 2 bedrooms upstairs. I have an accepted offer on Sabre Court. Longview are local people that have put the offer in on it. Greaves are local people to the Comox Valley that have the offer on it. And Sabre Court, these people are coming from over on the mainland. And hopefully we'll have our subjects removed on this in the next 2 weeks. We have an accepted offer on Piercy Avenue, and this is just on the corner of Cumberland Road and Piercy, and it is a commercial property. We have an accepted offer on Anderton. We're just working out some details right now, and hopefully we can have subject removal on that one. I've really enjoyed working with Lisa Zug from Royal LePage. It's been quite a pleasure. I've sold my listing on Balmoral also in January, and that I'm quite happy to have that sold. Lambeth has now sold. It closed yesterday, so that is now gone. Muir Road closed yesterday. Thank you to Michelle. It was wonderful working with you as well. And last but not least, I want to talk about a lot of what the United States and Canada is going through right now. And I myself have always tried to shop local. I always have my golf clubs in my trunk. And if I have a chance to have a quick lunch and hit some balls, I go to Naturally Pacific to the Campbell River Golf Course. Even did the local vacation and tried the hotel out and the restaurants. Little bit pricey, but boy, what a treat. And we all deserve a treat now and then. I have had Honey Grove Bakery on my shopping list in Tin Town for years now. I love everyone that works there. The baking is amazing. They have the best sausage rolls and cinnamon buns, and I get the loaf of Tinker. I love that store. Matone's now open at Salmon Point, and boy, if I can sneak in there for a quick lunch or a dinner time snack, it's such a beautiful restaurant and beautiful outlook of the ocean. And that's just outside of Oyster River, Black Creek at Salmon Point. Of course, Clever Crow is always on my list for a favorite place to go. Right now, they're closed for another month and then they reopen, taking a little well-deserved break as a couple of phenomenal farmers. And then Penny, my beautiful friend with ceramics here in the Merville area. Penny does all my Christmas gifts for me, and she helps out at my summer party. She is a very good friend of mine. We were good friends in Whistler, and I'm really happy to have her in my life here in the Comox Valley, Campbell River area. So that's my market update, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch. I love your comments. You can send me an email. You can phone me. I really appreciate hearing from you. Take care, and we'll talk to you next month.